contingency. I know you're going to come back later with cost, but quite frankly, we were sold on this idea of city manager, and I would encourage you to expedite your own review and have him be ready to come back.
It will be done concurrently.
I appreciate that.
The cost, believe it or not, like all things nowadays, at one time MTAS provided this service at no cost. They have found that once they started charging, the number of reviews have gone down significantly. So in the words of Mr. Angerer, who was the person I contacted at MTAS, they are sharpening their pencil. So I'm hopeful that the cost will be reasonable. But I agree, I will be concurrently reviewing as well.
I would hope you've already started.
I have.
Well, I'll only go one step further, and I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. My questions are, and I know that when you were hired, you were wanting to tell us that you would probably not make any decisions within 6 months when you were hired to review other departments. Do you think that there will be a particular department or 2 or 3 of recommendation that you're looking at that might be a quicker decision before 6 months?
It would depend, Alderman, on the circumstances. Evaluation of staff is an ongoing process. It changes, it can change as often as daily. It depends. I have already started assigning specific duties, asking department heads to follow up on some suggestions. How they follow through on that, in a sense, will give me a much better feeling of not only their capability, but also their willingness to assume that direction and to follow that lead. So is it possible? Absolutely. It's possible it could be much shorter.
Are we talking like maybe 30 days, 60 days?
I wouldn't want to be held to a specific number of days. It wouldn't be fair because we're dealing with human beings, all of whom have different qualities, different strengths, and certainly different weaknesses. And how those manifest, and if they will manifest, it's hard to predict or put a timeline on.
Mr. Trustee, just to kind of summarize what I hear you saying, as you review and interact with staff, you will determine where a change is needed, and if that change is needed immediately, that change would happen sooner than later.
It certainly would.
Thank you.
Mr. Christie, I got a couple things. You talked about comprehensive management review. I know MTAS, I've talked to them, they also do comprehensive financial audits. You thought about getting an audit done since you're stepping into a new position?
I did not discuss that possibility with MTAS because at our work session that suggestion wasn't brought up. We did discuss the possibility of the management review. However, I was handed probably 2 days after I arrived by Mr. Trustee the most recent audit, which I did review, and I really don't see any areas to be concerned.
Well, the other item we did discuss was the sales tax as far as for the schools. We want to make that as a separate line item.
And I think, I certainly concur with that. I think anything that has been allocated for a specific purpose should not be used for other ancillary purposes at all. I think it's Mr. Trustee's intention from my discussions with him to actually put that in a separate fund, allow it to grow its own separate interests, and those funds would not be used for any general fund purpose.
Well, we need a resolution to do that so we can support that.
I think it would be a good idea, and then there's no doubt.
That's what I'd like for the next board meeting, have a resolution for that. Have we got any reports on the sales tax? I know on December 31st they were supposed to
It will come in February. We have not received it yet.
He said they were ready.
Anybody else? Okay, next item on the agenda is public comments.